Well, wouldn't you know it? This album has been out for like 3 months and I'm finally listening to it. Well, hello and hi, my name is Freyr, I'm your favorite local forest grumman and a Polish sociology student, and I want to welcome you to my little corner of the internet where I discuss every form of popular media that interests me, whether that's talking about or reacting to different musical albums, whether that's talking about TV shows or pop culture in general. That's kind of what we do here, and so if that sounds like fun to you, please consider sticking around. I feel like I do unfortunately have a lot of explaining to do when it comes to why I'm just now sitting down and listening to this album by JADE. And trust me, I do have an explanation. First of all, I actually have heard like the standard edition of this album before. However, I have little to no recollection of that, mostly because this album came out September 12th, if I remember correctly, right? Yeah, it did come out September 12th. September 12th was also the night that I went out with a couple of my friends. You know, we drank a little, we danced a little. I came back home the next day and I pressed play on this album, having slept 2 hours. And I fell asleep around track 7. That's kind of where my journey both started and ended with this project. Now, don't get me wrong. I think that there are some things that I clearly remember that I really enjoyed from the first couple tracks that I can remember. However, the rest of it is just like covered in this mist because I was either like falling asleep or already asleep. I don't know. It was a very weird day for me. So now I'm sitting down to finally give this album the time and the love that it apparently deserves. I've heard a lot of good things about this album, actually. And I want to appreciate the beauty of it. I want to appreciate the storytelling of it. I want to appreciate the music of it better than I did before, because back then I was very overstimulated and tired and I just wasn't able to fully compute what I was hearing, and then I fell asleep. Yeah, I just want to give this album a fair shot because I am planning on doing like a video next week where I'm gonna rank my favorite albums of the year, and I know that this is a must listen before I do that video. And who knows, maybe this album is going to end up there. Now, I think that this is honestly the perfect time to be recording this reaction and to just listen to the whole project, because the ENCORE version just came out and I'm also planning to listen to that. So we're going to listen to the standard edition of this album, and then we're going to listen to the ENCORE tracks as well. We have 22 tracks, 1 hour, 12 minutes on the clock, and we're gonna get into it now. So yeah, I would say I'm pretty much ready to dive into this album with you. But before I do, I would like to kindly remind you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel, like the video, and comment down below if you have any thoughts. You can also comment on your ranking, whatever you wish. I am in a bit of a transitional process of this channel, mostly because I use this channel a lot to talk about the Eurovision Song Contest, and if you follow Eurovision or if you have seen the news about what just happened a few days ago, you know that that's not something that people who have a moral compass should be doing right now. Or, well, maybe not should be doing. I don't want to be like judgmental towards everybody, but like I personally feel like it's not something that I want to talk about in this specific time, and so I want to branch out more into doing, you know, pop culture stuff, talking about TV shows, talking about music, pop culture just in general. That's something that's always brought me a lot of joy, and that's something that I doubt is gonna disappoint me as much as the actions of the EBU have. So I would really appreciate your support in this very testing time, honestly. And you can also follow me on all of my other socials. I'm very close to 10k followers on TikTok. I would really love to hit it before the end of the year. You can also follow me on Twitter, on Instagram. I'm gonna leave a link tree in my bio. You can use it to find me on different platforms. And yeah, thank you so much in advance for watching, for sticking around, and possibly staying longer. I love you very much. So going into the album, I of course know Angel of My Dreams. I also recognize some parts of the album. Like I remember parts of like It Girl. I remember parts of Fantasy, parts of Midnight Cowboy. Like some stuff I do remember, some stuff I remember slightly less. But that's why I'm very excited to go into this album and complete the sort of vision that I have of That's Showbiz Baby by Jade. Also, I do feel like we need to acknowledge the fact that this is a visual album, which is crazy just in general, but also like this being a debut album for Jade and already it being a visual insane. Now, I'm not gonna be reacting to the visuals because YouTube can get very very cruel, very mean when you react to visuals on here. So I'm not gonna be doing that. Honestly, if you would be like down to see that, that might be like a Patreon thing if I ever like create one. Honestly, that is an idea, but I think that's more so for the future. Going into the album, I'm gonna say my claim tracks are going to be Fantasy, Lip Service, and Church. Church, I've heard great things about just like from the deluxe, and then Lip Service and Fantasy. I think I remember hearing parts of Fantasy and I really liked it. And Lip Service, I just in general heard good things about. So like, I'm picking the songs that I know people like, I guess. But honestly, I'm very excited to get into this album, and I think let's just do it. Let's just jump into That's Showbiz Baby, the Encore by Jade. Okay, so track number 1 is of course called Angel of My Dreams, and I of course know this one. So let's just jam, shall we? This part is so cunty. Like, you can just imagine her like walking down the catwalk or something. I love how it's sped up when compared to the first chorus too. It's so interesting. I feel like there's like so much like underlying stuff in this song. I love the ad-libs in this part too. They're so, specifically on the happy part. Like how it's repeated, it's so cool. This part too is just wow, like I love it. I mean, this as the first single from your debut album is kind of crazy, but also like knowing where sort of Jade comes from. Of course, I don't know all of the like lore that's surrounding her and also Little Mix and all of the like industry professionals that she had to work with, but I think that this is such a poignant commentary of what it's like to be a woman in the industry. This is a story that we've sort of heard told a lot by different artists of how the industry sort of uses you to profit off of you. I think the different kinds of choruses that she hits us with here, like specifically you have the first one that's like a little bit slower, and then you have the last one that I believe is also like a little bit more in the slower tempo, but then you have those in the middle that are way quicker, and those kind of feel like the fast-paced life of being an artist, being in the industry, having to work your ass off, and how quickly just life goes around. I think it's also like a little bit dreamy in places, which can symbolize, you know, living your dream, you know, being a star, being a pop star, making music, just being famous. But then very quickly you realize that this is actually like a toxic relationship, almost like this person or this label or whoever this is targeted at is kind of, you know, a parasite. They're sucking the money out of you practically. They're sucking the talent out of you to profit off of you. It's a love-hate relationship that you have with being in this business, but also it feels like there is some like toxicity to it. I kind of hate, you know, thinking about the fact that this is like actually coming from experience. You know, she's experienced this. She's seen how the industry works and how quickly it rejects people who aren't, you know, doing enough profit, I guess. And also how little care there is for artists and their well-being. It's a sad perspective really to have, but I'm glad that we have artists like Jay talking about it, because I think it does spread awareness. And I mean, especially in like the last few years, we've had a lot of people come out and talk about how they've been mistreated by certain music professionals. So it's I think it's definitely an important conversation to have, and I'm glad we're having it. I'm glad we're like demystifying sort of the music industry and the entertainment industry, because I think it's always been covered in this like mist of like glory and fame and like light and everything, but actually like when you look into the lives of these people, it's not really that colorful, and it can be very, very bleak. And yeah, I think it's important to have those conversations. And I also think that the way that she does it in music is just so captivating, because on one hand, this is just a very, very well-crafted pop song, but it also has those deeper areas where you can sort of sink your teeth into and learn more about her life, or just in general struggles of artists in the industry. So I really appreciate it. I think Angel of My Dreams is like the perfect first single. It shows you exactly what Jade is about. And I love that. I think that, like, you know, first track in already is great. I've known this track for years at this point, but it's a really, really good song. And the next song is called It Girl. And I believe I remember parts of it, I think, but we'll see. Okay, this part I don't remember actually. Okay. Ooh. Oh, that I don't remember that. Oh wow. There's a lot happening in the back. Oh, that's another switch. Okay. I like how she's just jumping between these two different tempos. It's so cool. Oh wow. This following Angel of My Dreams, I like immediately see like certain similarities between those two songs and how they're like produced. You have these like slower choruses, then you get into like the verse and it's suddenly like a blast of energy. You get this more like electronic production. I remember specifically this part of like the I am the it girl, I am the shit girl, I got the whole world between my hips girl. This part specifically, I remember first time hearing it and being like a little like, okay, because some parts of like the verses I hate to say this because I feel like I've said it before about certain songs where like the way that they're structured kind of reminds me of like a Drag Race verse. And like I love Drag Race verses, you know, they work on Drag Race perfectly sometimes. I mean, unless you're Zana.
You've got major split ends, fake number one in first place. I can read phony all over your face.
I'm in a complete state of shock. I forgot what I was gonna say.
But this has that like similar structure, similar flow, I guess, but it's like made into pop music, which honestly, like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I think in this case it does. And I think this as a track also following from Angel of My Dreams, you know, it definitely shows, you know, Jade coming into her own, you know, she is the it girl. And she has what? The whole world between her hips girl. Period. I specifically remember the I am the it girl part of this song, but I didn't remember the second verse when the production kind of changes and you get more electronic elements. It builds a little. I definitely that was one of my favorite parts of it. I don't know if like going back to the album, this is gonna be one of my favorites. I'm gonna try and rank all of the songs after I'm done listening to them. I don't know if this is gonna be one of my favorites, but I think it's a nice follow-up from Angel of My Dreams. And yeah, I really like the production of it as well. So the next song is called FUFN, Fuck You For Now. I feel like, you know, we're 2 songs in and 2 of them have been about like the showbiz, you know, the industry. Fuck You For Now feels like a bit of a continuation of that toxic relationship from Angel of My Dreams. So like, I love you and I hate you at the same time. So I'm assuming that's what it's going to be about. But let's listen. I don't remember this one. Like at all, actually. I like where this is going. Oh. There's vocal? Okay. Oh, I love the fade. I feel like this beat is almost like familiar. I feel like this melody, I've heard it before, but I love it here. Or maybe I haven't, and it's just like a very, very well crafted melody that just kind of feels like it's been out for ages. I don't know, but I like it a lot. I really like it a lot. It does kind of feel like I was like right on the money with my prediction, because it does kind of I don't know, it does remind me of the themes we see in Angel of My Dreams, definitely. I really like this kind of lyricism. Like, I feel like she's being very direct with the way that she's talking about those things, but also, you know, it's made into the pop formula. It's sung so, like, so intrigued. I love the way that it sounded. Every, like, part, she adds more in the production. I love that. I love maximalism in music. Are we getting another phase? Okay, to switch up. Okay. Oh, this is so good. Okay, I love that one. That one was so good. This is one of those things is like, I love depressing music, right? Like, I feel like we've learned that. If you're new here, you might not know that. Hi, I love depressing music. Noah Khan, yes, any day of the week. Kevin Atwater, love. Taylor Swift, yes, give me more. But honestly, nothing really comes close to like a sad pop song that's just like full in production and like you want to dance, but you almost feel like it's a little wrong to dance. Like, I don't know how to put it. Like, this doesn't feel like a happy situation. You know, you're not saying fuck you for now to a person that hasn't harmed you in some way. So it almost feels like a little wrong to be just like vibing to it the way that I was, but still, like, the production aspect of it all, I loved. I love the way that she just, like, every single part of the song she builds, there's something new in there. She heightens the emotions so well. She rides that wave so professionally. I also think that, like, just in general, I think we don't talk enough about her vocals, because these backing things, I am a slut for backing vocals. I'm a slut for ad-libs, layers in vocals, any day of the week. I'm enthralled. I think that is probably my favorite song as of right now, I want to say. Yeah, I think it's my favorite. Okay, so the next song is called Plastic Box. Oh. Oh, wow. Man. Okay, so immediately one of my favorite productions of the year. Wow. I love specifically how distant her vocal feels in parts. Like, I feel like she's more present in the verses, but then in the chorus, it's almost like a little more faded. The production takes a bit more of a center stage, and I love that. It does feel like, I don't know, a little bit more of a dreamy scenario. You know, you're at like a nightclub vibing and suddenly everything slows down. You only see like strobe lights, but you see like the person that you're that is like the object of all of your emotions or of your feelings. And I can see the visual immediately. I wonder if like the actual video for it is anything like that, because I feel like it could be. This really does feel like a visual album though. Like, I'm hearing these songs and I immediately am able to like picture how they would look like, which is so cool. And I wouldn't say happens a lot in music. I mean, depending on the artist and depending on like the kind of music, I guess. But like specifically this album feels very visually for me. I definitely see the potential for there to be many videos made using the songs from this album. But she puts this into like this very, very beautifully made musical box. Like, she isn't playing around. She knows her shit. She's been around for a long time because of Little Mix, and now she's debuting as a solo artist. And like, you can tell that she has a lot of experience under her belt, because this doesn't sound like a new artists trying to figure out how to make their music sound. Like she has a clear idea of what she wants to say, how she wants to say it, and how she wants it to sound. And I love that. Also, I do appreciate that the songwriting is a little bit more direct. Like I love metaphors in music. I love metaphors just in general. I like complicated songwriting, but sometimes it does feel like a little much. And sometimes it's just better to like say things straight. Just go on with it. The next song is called Midnight Cowboy. Midnight Cowboy Carter.
And days and dams, hold on tight. The performance is about to begin.
Am I hearing who I'm... Okay.
Flash photography and video is encouraged.
Period.
Maybe I've been bad. I'm a real wild bitch, yeah, I'm mental. I'm the ride of your life, not a rental. I'm the editor, call me Mr. Info. No vanilla, let's experimental. Baby, glad for the encore. Giddy up, it's the wild, wild west.
The encore, you say?
Giddy up, it's the wild, wild west. And you know I come sneak since the midnight cowboy.
Okay. Jesus. That's so cool.
They call her. They call her.
Oh wow.
I'm a real wild bitch, yeah, I'm mental. I'm the ride of your life, not a rental. I'm the editor, call me Mr. Info. No vanilla, let's experimental.
I love the echo on that. Wow.
I'm really setting up right. So fun, the barrel of his gun.
Ooh, you better put your hands together, make it clap for Miss Jane. That was a performance.
The barrel of his gun. I like Maximali's production. Like I stated that before, like Fuck You For Now and Plastic Box, I really love. There was so much going on in the background, but it was like very consistent, you know, it was all happening at the same time. Here it's a little bit more time, like the production almost feels empty in places, and I love that because then you have like one specific element that you're supposed to focus on, and that's the element that draws the attention. You don't have anything surrounding it aside from like Jade's vocal, and I love that. Honestly, like production wise, this might be my favorite song so far. It's so fun, and I also love the different switch ups. You know, you have the chorus, which again she just goes full in on the vocal there, but you get the more attitude, you get the more like, for lack of a better word, like kind of like a bitch track thing with the verses, and I love that. I think that the lyricism here is very fun. This does feel like it's a slightly horny song, which honestly, horny music is always fun. I feel like there might be something more to it here that I might be not catching. If there's like more context that you can give me about this song specifically, I would love to receive it. But just in general, I think that this song is very fun, and I really liked it. And I am clapping for the encore. Let's just say that. Also, love that. Like, I just think that that's such a little fun like Easter egg there. I don't know if it was meant to be an Easter egg or something, but like, it feels like one, and I love that. The next track is called Fantasy. Immediately. Another like attitude-filled verse. I love that. Oh my god. I kind of love that like the entire song is just saying like, I will match your freak. Actually, no, I won't match your freak. I will out-freak you. Which, period. Like, I love that. I love the disco-y, like it feels very 80s. I don't know if disco is like the right word to use here, but like it does feel like a little bit more of a retro production. I love that. I love that. And also she's like being like playful with it. I love that. And also it's like a little bit more airy in the chorus, you know, it genuinely feels like something you would see in the 80s with that like slight modern twist, and I love that. See, the modern twist I was talking about, like the filter on the vocal here. This is insane. This production is insane. There's so much there. Whoa! Loved this song. It feels retro without feeling old. It has a bit of that fresh air, but it also sounds like a song that could have been like out for decades, really. And I love that combination. I also like that it's a little bit more freaky, you know? It's a fantasy, like get into it. I am enthralled by this album so far. Like the production aspect of it, I know I've been talking about it a lot already, but like that's where this album really stands out for me. Like the storytelling, I guess, like the lyricism I like, you know, I wouldn't necessarily call like the lyrics the highlight of this album. I think it's a production, and I think it's the production and it's also the attitude that Jade delivers and how she kind of switches between like different ways of delivering the song. I think it's very, very good. I really think like on a technical standpoint, this is a perfect album so far. And we're like, what, 7 or 6 tracks in, and I understand the hype. Let's just say that. The next song is called Unconditional. And I feel like this is around the time that I like tapped out of the album. Like I fell asleep because I don't remember this song at all. So let's just listen. Okay, that beginning kind of sounded like a nuclear threat alarm. So much just happened. Oh, wow. Wow. First of all, this is a very cute song lyrically. Like from what I'm noticing, this feels like a love song, really. You know, unconditional, I will hold your hand forever, even if my heart explodes. Unconditional, I can put you back together, but I'll always love you so. I think that's very cute. I love love songs. And, you know, it does feel like, you know, it's a beautiful way of phrasing that, but also the production of it, the beginning of it. I feel like I'm gonna expose my ass for being slightly uncultured, but also like, doesn't it kind of like remind anybody of like Depeche Mode a little? Or is it just me? Because it kind of like reminded me of like Sound of Silence, you know, that sort of production in a way. I don't know if that's, I have it like at the tip of my tongue. Like I feel like I know what it's referencing. I know what it reminds me of, but I just can't quite place it. One thing that I've noticed so far in this album too is that she loves to just like break a pattern. You know, you have this sort of production, you get used to it, and then you get hit with like a small section that just kind of throws everything off and keeps you on your toes because you never know what's going to happen in the next verse, which honestly I kind of like. Like it's a very engaging listening experience. Like it does kind of remind me of like some like, I don't know, what is it? I love the descent here, vocally. Okay. Okay, Diva. Snaps for that. Jesus. Whoa. And now she's gonna. Oh, wow. And that's how she ends it. Okay. That was a very interesting song. Like, this entire album so far has been very like this entire album feels a little like, you know, it grabs you, it forces you to pay attention, which I love. Like there are so many like little tricks in the background that she does. I love the music just fully almost faded out for the last chorus, and then she hits us again, and then she ends the song. Love that. This entire project so far has been really, really good. Oh wow. I understand why people like this album so much. I don't know if this is specifically like the vibe that I typically go for in music. I feel like I am a little bit more of like a singer-songwriter type of person, where like I like, you know, the Kevin Atwaters, the Noah Kahns, the Taylor Swifts, you know, that sort of stuff. But this is definitely something like slightly different to what I typically listen to, and I definitely really enjoy it. I think it's a glimpse into a different world of pop, a different maybe kind of production as well, which I've been enjoying a lot. I don't know if Unconditional is going to be like one of my favorites. I honestly don't think so. Like, I like some parts of it. I definitely think that the production is a highlight. I don't know about the chorus. Like the second time we heard it, I was already just like, okay. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. I could see it getting like boring with time, but honestly, still a very, very well put together song. And also, it's a song that feels like it has a vision. And so far, this entire project, like I see a vision. I see a very, very clear vision. So I wonder if like unconditional, like, because we're talking about unconditional love, and I know that there are songs on this project I've heard from like the Twitters, the TikToks, you know, people talking about this project. I've heard that there is some songs that like talk about her like younger self. I think there is one where she like fully samples, you know, her child voice singing a song or something. I don't remember which song that was, but I think there is one. So I wonder if like this song could be interpreted in that way, that is like unconditional love for myself and for, you know, the inner child, or like the you get the gist, you know, you don't need medication, you just need to like love yourself kind of message, which honestly I love too. And but I mean, if it's like towards another person, I think that's also a very, very beautiful message to send. The next song is called Self-Saboteur. Saboteur. How do you pronounce that word in English? Wait, hold on. It's not that difficult. But the thing is, I speak French as well, so I'm like immediately like saboteur. Like, okay, let's just listen.
I hate when I give up. I don't get hurt if I hurt you first.
Oh, that's... Oh.
You're bringing heaven to me. Why do I put me through hell? But it rains when you hold me, and it burns when we touch. But I just need a little touch. You're bringing heaven to me. Why do I put me through hell?
This chorus is insane. My God. I am really vibing with this production. I feel like more so in the choruses, not necessarily the verses, but the message of it too, like being the self-saboteur, and like in a relationship sense where like you feel like you're the person that's fucking up, you're the reason why maybe some things aren't working out when actually they are, but it's just your head. You know, your mind is telling you that something's wrong. Like you can't really sit in the happiness because you feel like something's wrong and you feel like something's gonna happen, and the kind of like almost like paranoia of being in a relationship, but also finding the calming presence of, you know, the person that you're with. So I love the way that she delivers it. I feel like it's very earnest. It feels like it's coming from the heart. It's very straightforward as well. She is saying it exactly like it is, and I love that. That chorus too, like it does things to me. It's so like, yeah, the song, I wouldn't call it happy. It's not happy, right? It's about, you know, having poor mental health practically when you're in a relationship, not thinking of yourself too highly, you know, that sort of thing. But the chorus feels happy, you know, it feels like, you know, you're being uplifted. It feels like the love that you're receiving from this other person almost like quiets down the voices in your head. Like I feel like I might be going a little too far like interpreting it, but I really, really like it. Jesus. Okay, are we getting like a transition or something? We still have 1 minute left. Wait, what's It feels like we're building to something that I'm scared. My God. The fuck? What the fuck? Okay, I have a lot of things to say about what we just heard. First of all, that entire like building section where she just gets to like belt and you get those like little production tricks, that was so cool. And then you get the like final, like it doesn't really feel like chorus, like the final parts of the chorus, and then you transition into the next song, which is called Lip Service. By the way, that transition, seamless. I fully didn't realize that we were transitioning into something until I like saw it on the screen. So I'm like, props on that. Love transitions in music, love transitions. I definitely see myself in the words of Self-Saboteur a little, you know, like a little. So yeah, I like it from that front as well, and just the production aspect of it. I think that was my favorite vocal performance of the album so far. It's so good. I love that song. It just felt happy. It was happy in the sense that it felt like healing, if that makes sense. I loved it. I really, really loved it. Okay, so the next song is called Lip Service, and we already heard like a little part of it because it's part of the transition from Self-Saboteur, but we're gonna hit that again. I kind of like the pitch, but like it's so vibey in a way. Okay. Okay. Oh wow. This is so cute. Wait. What I'm talking about. Is the feeling on fire? Okay, I gotta say, this was really fun. This was really, really fun. I like that, you know, it's slightly more freaky, but it also just like feels like, you know, you want to make out with this person and like valid. I think it was like one of the least complicated songs on the project. Like there wasn't like that much in it. Although I am very like interested in the way that she sung it, whether there was like a filter or something like that, like because it's slightly higher pitched than she typically sings, from what I understand. I kind of it kind of reminds me of when Rina Sawayama did "Hold the Girl." There was one song on it which I can't remember. Was it "Imagining," where she sings with like a filter on? To emulate like a certain sound that she was being inspired by, and like the pitch is way higher than typically when she sings. I feel like it can be a similar situation, or there is like no filter and it's just like her choosing to sing slightly differently. But whatever the choice is here, I think it works. I think it's a really cute song. I don't know if it's gonna stick with me for the long run, but I enjoyed it, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. The next song is called Headache. Are we going to get one? Okay, alarm siren.
When I'm waking you up, and I'm drunk, yeah. And
Oh
I
my
make that
God.
walk in the morning, darling, I know it's not fun. When I'm stuck in the mood to get out on you, and I know it's not cute, but you always seem to keep your cool. Even though you are such a headache, like a drill inside your brain. Headache 'cause I'm driving you insane. Most people don't tolerate this. I'm such a headache, but you love me anyway.
I'm sorry. That was okay, banger. Banger. This is so fierce, but I also love how it's like specifically rough around the edges. You see like the kind of like metallic, the clanging, the just like it feels rough around the edges, and it's such a banger. Her attitude in this. Yes.
Inside your mind, I bump.
This is
I know
so
I wind you up. I like to tell you one thing.
So
Then go
good.
and switch it up.
So
My daddy
good.
pulled me closer. He whispered in my ear. He say I love you so much, even though you are such a headache, like a drill inside your brain.
bitch.
I'm such a headache, but you love me anyway.
What the fuck? Girl. I'm sorry, what was... I am... Jesus Christ. Headache? That is Song of the Year, honestly. Whoa. That was insane. That really was insane. I loved the production going into that outro, but then she switches it up. And I've gotten so comfortable to like sitting in that one previous sound that she was doing that like the moment she switched that up, I was just immediately just like, what the fuck? But that outro was crazy. I love this song. And honestly, I relate to this message as well, because I sometimes also feel like I'm a headache for older people because I am a mess. But honestly, if they stick around, you know, that's part of the Freyr experience. And honestly, I really, really appreciate when they do. Jesus, that might be my favorite so far. That is such a banger. The next song is called Natural Disaster, which is an interesting title because I feel like typically you would just say natural disaster. So you're like natural at making disaster. I wonder where this is gonna go.
It's hard to love.
Are we getting a ballad?
When you hate yourself, can't be there for you without negatively impacting my mental health. Trying to fix you made me break myself. Someone's gotta see it. 'Cause you were all snakes, no letters. You're happiest when you make me sadder.
Jesus.
Tried to help you, but it didn't matter. You're a natural disaster. Trying to build a bridge out of matches. But then you breathe out and fire catches. Everything you touch turns to ashes. You're a natural disaster. Can't get through to you unless I go down to your level.
Wow.
So on a level, I'm pretty sure that you're the devil. 'Cause you were all snakes, no letters. You're happiest when you make me sad.
The choir? Jesus. And there I thought we were getting just like a slower, more like taken aback ballad. And then she hits us with that. Girl, I was speechless the entire time. First of all, no, the message of it. Because it's like, it's almost like she's saying that she's partly guilty for being in this toxic relationship. No, you're not. No, you're not. It's not your fault if your boundaries get crossed. You can, of course, like prevent that. You can set them more clear, you know, but it's not your fault when you have a boundary and it's being crossed. It's never your fault. That's what my therapist tells me every week. That's one of the things that I've learned in therapy, and I think we all should know that. That's the fault of the person that is crossing the boundary, not your. And also, it's hard to just like say no to people sometimes. Like, it's hard to control how they're acting about your boundaries, you know. That's something you cannot control, and it's something that can like freak you out a lot, I feel like. But it's never your fault with the way that how they react or how they carry themselves after learning that, hey, what you're doing isn't like right for me, you need to stop. Not your fault. And also, whoever this is about, fuck them. I don't know if this is about to be like a relationship thing or if we are back to the showbiz you know, part where like, you know, the executives and the people that kind of take advantage of you. I feel like it honestly could be both. And it really, I don't really care who this is about. Fuck them. Just in general though, that song was so like extra. There was so much there. I love that. The next song is called Glitch.
Being here with you is like a prison. How you keeping killing my station? Went from a defense to making news to hijacking all my decisions. You just a glitch.
Whoa.
Get out of my head, get out of my fucking skin. You're telling me lies, telling me how it is. Sick of you talking to me like I'm your bitch, but not that bitch. You're just a
like Glitch, it's such a simple production prompt and they do everything with it. Like literally, you heard it in the production where like she sings that you're a glitch. There's like a little like actually like it feels like something's glitching in there, and then you get this outro. Oh my god, I love this. Also, again, fuck whoever this is about. She is that bitch.
keep showing up uninvited. You're just a glitch. Get out of my head, get out of my fucking skin.
That's so well done.
You're telling me lies, telling me how it is. You're just a
No notes. No notes. I gotta say, this was a really, really good song. I feel like, you know, there isn't like much room for a switch up. It's a really short song with very like clear premise, I'm assuming. Like, but I really like what they did with it. I think the concept of a glitching production for a song named Glitch is just really, yeah, like that's the obvious route to take it, but they take it to the full extreme. I mean, not to compare two songs, not to compare two women against each other, but like there is another song called Glitch in Taylor Swift's discography on the 3 a.m. version of Midnights. Also one of my favorite songs off of Midnights, by the way. Love that song. But there's also like, she also uses the glitching in the production a little bit more. I actually like the way that JADE approached it with the glitching of the vocals as well, because I don't think Taylor did that when she did Glitch, but I know that there is like a moment where fully like the music drops out and it feels like something's like broken, or like, you know, the tape cut off or like whatever, and then you get back because it's glitching, you know. There is like a little bit of that roughness to it, I guess, but here she takes it to like the more like dramatic level, I guess, and I really, really enjoy that. The next song is called Before You Break My Heart. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the one where she samples herself, like singing when she was younger. So I'm really, really interested to hear how that sounds. Is that? Oh, wow.
They got a nasty habit of doing me damage, when all I wanna do is go back to the start. Now you're trying to leave. It's a crime of me, calling the police. You keep hurting me, I'm begging you to stop. In the name of love, before you break my heart. Think it over. Let me switch the station to the affirmations. Will you tell me that I'm worth your love? You're the dream that I've had for so long.
Wow.
You're the one who inspired all my love songs. And now you're trying to leave. It's a crime of me, calling the police. You keep hurting me, I'm begging you to stop.
This chorus is insane. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, that was a lot. You know, the song in and of itself, you know, feels sad, right? It is sad. It doesn't feel sad. It's sad, but I feel like what made it sadder is the inclusion of baby Jade singing the song. Like, it almost feels like by hurting Jade, you're also hurting her like younger self in a way. Like, ooh, that concept. Oh wow. I'm kind of speechless. I feel like I'm gonna need like a couple days to process what I just heard. Okay, so the last song on the standard edition of the album is called Silent Disco. Of course, it's not the last song we're gonna be listening to today, because we have 8 more after this. I am excited to see how she closes it. I think there is a lot of potential for a very, very like epic, beautiful closer, and I'm excited to see how it sounds. It almost feels like we are in a like cathedral.
I can feel my hands in the pocket of your trousers. Oh, when you make love to me.
Oh.
Passion blow the roof off, baby, these stars are blushing. A silent disco we made.
Oh.
A silent disco we played.
Wow.
Split the bill and then I take it back to our place. Skip a coast tonight, I'm your dessert, babe. I prefer your hand when it's on my face all day when you make love to me. Although it's everything changes. A silent disco we blaze all night. A silent disco we blaze.
Girl. I gotta say, as a closer, I love it. You know, we just listened to Before You Break My Heart, which was a very, a very sad song, possibly a breakup song. Um, but like, I feel like this, closing, like, it's reassuring us that like she's in a better place. She's having her silent disco with, the person that she chooses to have it with. And I think it's a really, really cute song. I also kind of feel like sonically, it almost reminds me of Still Saboteur. Like, when you get those heightened production moments, I feel like it's a little bit similar to that, which I honestly kind of like as a through line in the album. Those songs kind of like tying together. I think that's I don't know if that's what she intended to do, but that's how I'm interpreting that. And honestly, I kind of like it. But this is the end of the standard edition of the album, and honestly, I really like this. I really like this album. I think it deserves the hype that it got. It's really well done production wise. I think when it comes to the songwriting, I think it's very direct, and I think it's honestly really, really beautiful. I think in the first few songs I was a little bit like I don't know if it's my favorite, but as we sort of developed through the album, I saw so much more stuff that I really, really enjoyed lyrically as well. Her voice is to die for. It's incredible. But you know what is even more incredible is that we have 8 more tracks to get into. I think I'm most excited about Church because I think it's like the single out of the deluxe. But let's listen.
Down on your knees, let me be your church. It's hard enough to be alive.
I mean,
Might as well
it kind of is.
dance or die.
Oh yeah.
Heaven's close, but we could try. 'Cause we won't have a good time.
Okay.
Pray for me like I would pray for you. Whatever
The church like bells in the beginning. That's insane. My God.
All the sinners in the place, show me love, give me faith. Girls, dolls, party boys, rise above the dirty noise. Take this holy water and wash that pretty face. Girls, dolls, party boys, rise above the dirty noise. From the gutter to the stars, I'm everywhere you are. Now let me see you work, 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 work. Let me be a church, 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 church. Oh baby, pray for me like I would pray.
A switch up now?
Let me see you work. Down on your knees, let me be a church.
I mean, okay. When it comes to just like in general, like freaky songs, I guess, I like this. But the added metaphor of the church takes it to like a whole another level. Like, ooh, I hope some people were pressed about this. Honestly, like I could have seen this on the like actual track list. Now having, listened to it fully, I definitely see how it fits into the world of That's Showbiz Baby. Yeah. I enjoy that. I really, really do. The next song is called This Is What We Dance For. Okay. Let's see what we dance for. Okay. Okay, vocoder. Don't tell me we're going into like hyper pop. What the fuck? I love that this part is like a little bit more muffled. Girl. I fucking love this. This is so good. Okay, hit us with it, hit us with it. What do you mean this was a deluxe track? No, this should have been a single. This is so good. So like collab, like everything, like, oh, I love that one. I loved that one. This was just a party, a full fucking party. And Jesus, that production. This was so perfect. So perfect. I love this song. I think this is one of my favorites. Also, I'm gonna rank the entire album at the end of the video. It's gonna be an editing Freyr job, right? But I'm gonna include the songs from the encore. This might be towards the top, honestly. The next song is called Dream Cheater. Interesting. I feel like typically you would call it like Dream Catcher, right? But Dream Cheater. I think the concept here could be very fun. Okay. That's slightly creepy. Wow. Oh. Wow. That was a lot. Honestly, like song-wise, I really like it. The theme of it though, I'm a little torn on it because I feel like it's a slightly like a morally gray area in a way. But also, you know, we've seen songs by many artists talking about, you know, thinking about somebody when you're actually in a relationship with somebody, or, you know, just in general, having thoughts about a certain someone. It kind of does remind me of like Guilty as Sin from Tortured Poets, where like, you know, we haven't really done anything yet, right? But like, I'm still thinking about you, but also like, just because you have thoughts, that doesn't mean you're like automatically bad, right? But also, this is like, you're fully in a relationship, but you're like dream cheating on that person. I don't know. How do you feel? How do you feel about this topic? Because like, technically you're not doing anything. You're just like having your own thoughts. I feel like that's allowed, right? Right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. This is a complicated thing to talk about, really. So let's just move on. The next song is called Best You Could.
There's a million ways to be there for somebody.
I like this.
You had a million words, all I needed was sorry. Hold me.
Oh.
Just like it was yesterday. I know it took me some time. No, we don't need to fight. Went to hell and back and now we good. I know you did the best that you could. Now I'm growing up wise, I realize that when you cry, it's cause I'm doing alright, 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 alright.
Oh. Okay.
Just like it was yesterday.
That part, yeah. I think that part might have sold me. Yeah. I think it's weird because like in the first, like the actual album, you know, the first 14 tracks, I was like kind of thinking that we would get at least like a ballad moment somewhere in between. And we kind of, I mean, we got some slower moments. I wouldn't necessarily call them ballads. Like Natural Disaster was one of them where I was like, okay, are we doing a ballad now? And I was like actually pretty down for it. But now that we got like a slower song fully, I wouldn't say I'm feeling this one as much as I was feeling the rest. This one definitely I can see why it's a deluxe track, right? I do, however, think that the writing on it is one of the best on the album. So that's like production and vocal wise, like it's fine. I don't think it really stacks up to the rest of the songs, but I actually like the message of it a lot. I think, you know, it's, you know, the going through the trying times with a partner and, you know, we both did the best we could, and that's kind of just like what it is. I kind of enjoyed the story of it. However, yeah, I definitely see how this is a deluxe track. I also, I don't think I mentioned this about the previous one, the Dream Cheater. That one, also, I definitely see why it's the deluxe track. The first two, Charge and This Is What We Dance For, I think was the name. Those two I could have seen on the album. These two, I get why they weren't there, but honestly, I'm happy that we're getting them because, yeah, good songs still. The next song is called Use Me. And knowing where we've been story-wise in this album, this could go many different places. Okay. Okay, whoa. It's so...
That's all you use me for. That's all you use me for. That's all you use me for. The rush, the bliss. That's all you use me for. So won't you come and use me just a little more?
Wow.
Know when to set the tempo. You don't go till like a crescendo. I'll give you anything you want from
She sounds so good, but the subject matter is crazy here. Like, wow.
That's all you use me for. That's all
I don't want to like bop to it because it's not fun, but also like the production is so good. Like this is so good.
make me a mission. You got permission to use me more. This romance needs no chemicals. We're high on the mirrored floor. I'ma make you my mission. You got permission to use me more. Our rhythm is unbeatable, so get down while I perform. Yeah, better make
my
me a
God.
mission. You got permission to use me more. This romance needs no chemicals. We're high on the mirrored floor. So won't you come and use me just a little more?
Okay, first things first. Yes, the production is flawless. Like this was insane, and I feel like with like a more, you know, EDM pop song, like this would have gone hard at the club, you know. But the subject matter, like I wanted to bob my head to it because the production is so catchy and she sings it so well. But then also, like you hear those lyrics and you're like, oh, I don't know if this is. I feel a little wrong for enjoying this beat. I feel like we've seen on, you know, the standard edition, there was a lot of talk about, you know, the toxic relationship that you have when you're in the industry with the people that you provide for. But also like, I feel like this is the most direct she's talked about it actually on the entire project. So it's crazy to me that this is a deluxe track. This is another one that I could have just fully seen on the standard edition. That's all you use me for. My moves, the hips, that's all you use me for. The rush, the bliss. Like it genuinely feels like she's, you know, being an object. Like she's an item that fulfills a task and, you know, makes the person that profits off of her feel better. But in the end, she feels like she lacks agency over herself, her own career. That's heartbreaking. That's really heartbreaking. We only have 3 more songs left to go, and the next one is called Frozen. I'm assuming that this is the Madonna cover, because I've also like seen some people talking about how apparently there is a cover of a Madonna song on this album. not to be the stupid uncultured friend in the room, but like I'm not too versed on Madonna. Like I know the hits. Maybe this is also a hit that I just don't recognize. Please don't crucify me in the comments because I do not know this song. But yeah, I'm curious to see what Jade does with it, so to speak.
You're so consumed with how much you care.
I like the background a lot.
You waste your time.
It's very
with
ambient.
hate and regret. You're broken when your heart's not open.
Oh.
If I can melt your
Okay, this part I like. It's this almost like siren call thing.
we'd never be apart.
Is it gonna build into something though? That's my question.
You hold my key. Now there's no point in
It doesn't build?
placing the
Well,
we'd never be
so far it's pretty mid, you know, it's okay, but like I don't really huh?
if I could melt your heart.
Okay. Oh, I like that the tempo is.
Give yourself to me.
Yeah, I like this. This part almost like sells me on the song.
My key.
This part though, hot. Song-wise, I feel like I definitely see why this wasn't on the standard edition. I mean, I think that this is the cover, right? So like, you know, I can live with it being on the encore version. I think the production in the later half is really, really good, but I feel like the first half almost like is missing something. I don't think that one is gonna be one of my favorites. Maybe I just need more time with it. I don't know, but like I like what she did in the later half with the more electronic, almost like ambient sound. Also, like it was really, really interesting. But yeah, I don't think the song as a whole is going to be very high in my ranking. And that brings us to what? Almost the no, we have two more songs. And the next one is called If My Heart Was a House. Is she taking us on a house tour? Okay, that's a weird sound for this album, really.
Baby, if my heart was a house, you baby don't go into that room with the lock and the key. 'Cause there's
Oh.
a couple things about
Hello?
me. I'll let you in. You'll be closer
This is
than
cool.
anybody has ever been. Baby, don't go into that room with the lock and the key.
I was hoping that it would build more here. I don't know, I have mixed feelings as of what. Oh?
If you keep on pushing me, then I might give you the key. But I hope you're ready. Ready? Go.
Ooh, this part is fat. Oh wow. I'm gonna be honest, the more I listened to that, the more I liked it. The more it built, it was really fun. I actually really enjoy how it built. This is something that I'm noticing throughout the encore is these songs start off like smaller and then you get hit with the more like electronic big production, which honestly, like as a fan, I like. I think some of the songs, you know, have it done a little bit better than others. I think specifically this one, I really enjoyed it. I also think that it's a very interesting concept of like having, you know, secrets or having things that you're not ready to unpack with the other person. So like there's this room with a lock and I might one day give you the key. I might one day share those things with you. Not right now though. The song though feels like a little bit mysterious too, which I think adds to the like what could be inside of that room. And yeah, I really liked it. This was our second to last track today. And the last track is called Tar. I really enjoyed this journey so far, but I am also curious to see what she could say on the last song. Let's listen. Okay, I think there's some sort of like problem because I'm not hearing anything, and we're like 20 seconds in. Wait, I'm gonna jump around. Is this how it's supposed to be? Because like 57 seconds in, and I don't hear shit. What's? Literally, the first minute is just nothing. There's nothing there. Is that there on purpose? I mean, go off. I don't really know what that's supposed to be, but sure. There's almost like Western instrumentation.
Sometimes I forget that I'm a superstar. I know the signs, familiar design.
Okay.
When I'm crashing, I know how to force a smile. Smile.
Oh, wow.
Smile. Smile. Oh, when it crashes, I know how to force a smile. Smile.
A piano? I think that's the first time we've heard a piano in this project.
Is happiness such a crime? I just wanna feel alive. Is it wrong to wanna feel alright?
The vocal is crazy here.
Bad thoughts sticking to me like dust. Sometimes I forget that I'm a.
And that's how it ends. I gotta say, for a closing track, I'm slightly confused by it sonically because I don't think it doesn't necessarily fit the soundscape that we've been presented throughout the entire project. But honestly, it might be like on purpose. I feel like it does kind of feel separate, but I don't know, it might be like a hint of like what the future has for Jade or like something. I feel like there could be something here. But overall, I think I wouldn't necessarily say Tar is one of my favorite songs on this project. This one does feel to me like a deluxe track, but this album has been such a wild ride, honestly. She did so many insane songs for this one. The entire first disc to me is perfect. I see some things I might not necessarily enjoy about the encore specifically, but I really enjoyed the package altogether. I think the sonic kind of identity of this album is very cohesive. I also think that there are some very clear stories that she's telling of like her mental health, but also her relationship with herself, with another person, and also with the industry that she's working in. This is a really solid project. I think all of the hype for it seems justified to me. Like this feels like a fully realized project from somebody who really cares about the art that they're creating and who doesn't play around. I am gonna put my ranking of all of the songs on screen now. This is gonna be a difficult one to rank. I'm already just like saying, like, please don't crucify me for possibly trashing your favorites. I already got a lot of hate for my ranking of Looks by Rosalia, which I reacted to last month. That ranking, many people didn't enjoy, but hopefully this one is a little bit better. I think right now some of my favorites would include like Fantasy or Headache or Natural Disaster, but I don't know how like my future self is gonna view these songs. Maybe they're gonna like fall down the ranking as I listen more. But honestly, I really feel why this album is so special and why so many people talked so much about it, why it was such a hyped project. I think that this is one of the better pop albums to come out of the year. I don't think this is going to be my favorite album of the year. That I feel like has already been decided, but you're going to have to wait 1 week to find out what album that is, because I'm doing a video like ranking some albums that came out this year, my favorite album specifically. I think this is going to get a mention there. I think whilst this might not be my favorite album altogether of the year, I think that this is one of my favorite debut albums of the year. I think there have been a couple that have really stood out in my head specifically. I would say Art House by Nemo and also Who's the Clown by Audrey Hobart as well. Those albums are really good and I think are very strong debut projects. This one though, like, you can tell that she is an industry professional. Like, she's been at it for years, and you can tell because the polish is there, but also she finds a way to like smuggle in that like the grittiness in some of the songs that I really, really look for in music, and I love that. Yeah, altogether, I really, really enjoyed this album, and I also hope that you enjoyed the reaction to it, that you enjoyed the album as well. Please let me know what you think of it in the comments down below. You can always, you know, share the reaction around. You can like the video. You can also hype it. There is the hype button somewhere probably. And yeah, I would really like to encourage you to stay because there are some fun videos that I'm planning to do for the month of December. I mean, I've already spoken about next week's video, which is going to be the album ranking of the year. I'm really excited about that. There's going to be some albums that I haven't really talked about on this channel yet mentioned there, and I'm very excited to talk about them. And yeah, I hope that you stick around for that. I hope that you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching this. If you made it till the end, I love you so much. And yeah, I'm going to see you in a week's time. And until then, take care.